What's up, guys? It's Paul here. I'm doing a Christian perspective today on beats. We're going to talk about mental illness and how Christians should see that. This is a Christian perspective. Rideout reviews. So we're talking about beats today. One of the characters, August, is on his way back home to eat dinner. His sister had come and got him, and they were walking, talking, having a good time. Out of nowhere, a character comes out and just shoots and kills his sister in front of him, and he gets shot in the chest as well. That's crazy, man. Just to be around gunshot and gunfire, and then your sister dying, and he feels it's his fault because before that, he was in another gang territory, peeing on their signs. And what he develops is anxiety. The way they portray it, it shows a visual stimulus, and also he talks about it and how he has it. It was a unique way of describing what anxiety feels like from the person with the anxiety's perspective. How should we treat mental illness? Should we take medicine for any kind of illness? But let's start out with mental illness. In today's society, sometimes we have a thought that mental illness is not the same as a physical illness. But studies have shown that brain structure and chemistry and neural circuiting could be causes to mental illnesses. The main types are bipolar, anxiety, and depression. Depression being the highest of all of them. Psychologists and neurologists say that these events cause disruptions in hormones and electrical signals that are in the brain. As a person that believes in science and technology, when the body is not functioning properly, we tend to take medicine to be able to alleviate those problems. If science tells us that it's disruptions in our chemical makeup or neurons or something going on inside the brain that's not functioning properly, we should take medicine to be able to deal with that. The question is, as a Christian, should we take medicine, or do we believe we should just pray and God will supernaturally heal us of all things? This can go two ways. God, He's transcendent and immanent. Now, those two things are characteristics of who God is. First, He's transcendent. That means He's completely apart from all creation, from everything. There's nothing like Him, no one like Him. He's beyond our spatial and temporal mind frame. He's uncomprehendable. He's so far separated. That's what the term holy means, separate or set aside. He's completely and utterly different than who we are. And a lot of people say that because He's transcendent, that when He acts only supernaturally. Then what He does it miraculously. Now, the other word, transcendent, means that God works through nature. So God uses the natural law that He created in order to work out His purposes through that. Now, God is both. He is transcendent, which means He can act miraculously, which we see Him do so many times, with fire from heaven, also splitting the Red Sea. Matter of fact, you may have encountered some of those miraculous events in your own life. But that doesn't mean that He is also not immanent, because God also acts in the laws of nature. How He causes the beauty of the earth by a sunrise and a sunset, and how we can see amazing artwork created through human beings and pictures and sculptures. See, these are all aspects of God working through His creation to make wonderful things. So in that same respect, taking medicine is okay. As humans create using their God-given design to make things that'll help heal the body, no matter if it's mental or physical, then it's okay to take these things because God works that way. However, it's also important for us to pray, because I believe that God does work miraculously. He can supernaturally heal cancer, help the lame walk, let the blind see. But He can also do those things by having a hearing aid or putting on glasses. See, all these things are acts of God. It's just for us to recognize. The best example of this transcendent as well as immanent behavior that our God has been with His Son, Jesus Christ. God would come down as a man and live a life like ours, walk, talk, have to go through hardships, cry, weakness, struggle, and then ultimately die for our sins. That immanence is Him saying, I will live under the law, the natural and the Mosaic law, so that way you will not have to. The transcendentness of God, it was God raising His Son miraculously from the dead to show that He was justified, that the death He died was not his own because he committed no sins. Now we commit sins all the time, all day. But God, because he showed his immanence and his transcendence by sending his son, dying the death we have, and then rising again, he gave us forgiveness of those sins. And so we don't no longer have to worry about our own death, but we can die with Christ and live with him eternally. If you have any more questions about what that means, transcendence, immanence, whether we should use medicine, not, what is mental illness compared to physical illness, man, shoot those in the comments, man. Let me know. And if you have anything else you want to talk about or any opinions of your own about either this subject or maybe something else that you saw in the movie and want to talk about, put that in the comments too as well. Subscribe. And if you like this video, hit that like button. That really helps out the algorithm so I can get more videos going. Hit that ring button as well. That way you get notified when new videos come out. I appreciate you guys for watching. This has been a Christian Perspective with Rideout Reviews.